What happens when a shiny, feature-packed budget crossover from a fresh brand hits 3 full years on real roads? Welcome back to Supercar. If you love honest, real-world automotive reviews and deep-dive long-term ownership updates, smash that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you never miss our weekly releases. 3 years ago, the Omoda 5 burst onto the scene promising futuristic styling, high-end cabin technology, and a price tag that made established Japanese and European competitors sweat. But buying a brand new vehicle from an emerging manufacturer is always a calculated risk. Today, after thousands of miles, daily commutes, multiple software updates, and real-world wear and tear, we are answering the ultimate question. Would I still buy the Omoda 5 3 years later? Exterior styling and build quality. It turned every single head on the street back in year 1. But has that bold styling aged like fine wine or a cheap trend? When the Omoda 5 first hit dealerships, its sharp LED lighting matrix, floating roof silhouette, and aggressive front grille looked like a concept car brought straight to production. 3 years down the road, visually, it still holds its ground remarkably well in any parking lot and doesn't look dated. However, long-term exposure to daily weather conditions reveals a few small compromises. While the primary paintwork has retained its deep metallic shine with regular washing, panel alignment tolerances, particularly around the bonnet edge and tailgate, are visibly wider than what you'd find on a Volkswagen or Toyota. Lower exterior plastic trims and rubber door seals also require periodic UV protection to prevent premature fading or alignment shifts. It still looks sharp and futuristic, but a close inspection shows where cost efficiencies were made. Cabin experience and technology. Dual widescreen displays can look like pure luxury on day one, but do they turn into a laggy headache after 3 years of daily abuse? Step inside, and the cabin initially gives off a premium impression with ambient lighting, minimal physical buttons, and a massive dual-screen display array. Over 3 years of continuous use, the interior design remains visually impressive, but the tech integration tells a more nuanced story. The screens remain bright and high resolution, yet software gremlins are a persistent companion. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can occasionally disconnect or freeze, requiring a system reboot. While manufacturer updates resolved major early crashes, minor creaks from the dash display under direct summer heat and scuffs on lower door plastics remind you of its budget roots. The seat cushions hold their shape decently well, though driver's side synthetic. Leather bolsters begin showing wear after higher mileage. Driving dynamics and fuel economy. Is driving the Omoda 5 an effortless daily pleasure, or a constant battle with a hesitant transmission? Under the hood, the turbocharged engine paired with either a CVT or dual-clutch transmission delivers adequate power for urban commutes, but it is far from a sporty driver's car. 3 years in, the slight hesitation when accelerating from a complete stop remains a minor annoyance, especially when trying to dart into busy roundabout traffic. Acceleration is lively once the turbocharger builds boost, but low-speed parking lot maneuvering can feel a bit jerky. Fuel economy is another area where real-world driving strays from official figures. While advertised as frugal, actual long-term averages lean higher during mixed city and highway trips. The suspension handles smooth highways comfortably, but larger potholes and sharp speed bumps transmit firm thuds through the chassis. Safety systems and driver assistance. Remember when early safety sensors behaved like an overprotective passenger, grabbing the steering wheel for no reason? When the Omoda 5 first launched, its advanced driver assistance systems were notoriously hyperactive. Emergency lane keeping would pull firmly on the wheel near lane lines, and driver monitoring systems chimed relentlessly if you looked away for even a second. The good news after 3 years is that official software calibration updates have transformed these features into a much smoother, far less intrusive experience. The lane keep assistance is significantly refined, and false alerts are far less frequent. You still get occasional sensor hiccups in heavy rain or low sun glare, but the underlying 5-star safety structure and improved software calibration Provide genuine confidence on long road trips. Reliability, maintenance, and dealer support. A long manufacturer warranty sounds like an unbreakable safety net on paper. But what happens when something actually breaks? Long-term reliability over 3 years presents a mixed picture that relies heavily on your local dealer network. Key mechanical components like the core engine block remain sturdy, but auxiliary electronics, such as air conditioning climate control modules, parking sensors, and infotainment firmware, have required service visits for many owners. The massive saving grace is the long 7-year factory warranty, which covers major mechanical component failures and protects your wallet from catastrophic unexpected repair bills. However, because the brand expanded rapidly, parts availability for specialized trim pieces or electronic modules can sometimes mean waiting longer at the dealership than you would with established legacy brands. Depreciation and resale value. How much money do you actually lose if you decide to list a 3-year-old Omoda 5 on the used market today? Depreciation is where budget-oriented crossovers encounter their toughest test. Because the Omoda 5 launched as a high-value alternative to market leaders, 3-year resale values reflect steeper depreciation than traditional stalwarts like the Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V. If your plan was to buy new and trade it in after just 2 or 3 years, you will absorb a higher percentage loss in equity. On the flip side, if your goal was to buy an affordable vehicle, take full advantage of the extended warranty period and run it for 6 or 7 years, that initial depreciation hit matters far less because your upfront purchase price was thousands lower to begin with. The final verdict? Would I still buy it? After 3 years, thousands of miles, and weighing every pro against every con, would I hand over my money for an Omoda 5 all over again? When you total up 3 years of real-world ownership, the Omoda 5 proves to be a stylish, tech-rich crossover that delivers unmatched equipment for the price, balanced by a few predictable first-generation quirks. If you demand razor-sharp driving dynamics, bulletproof resale value, or flawless software precision, this car will occasionally test your patience. But if you want a head-turning crossover packed with luxury features and backed by a comprehensive, long-term warranty that keeps your motoring costs predictable, it remains one of the best value propositions in its segment. Knowing everything I know now after 3 years, my answer is yes, I would still buy it, provided you keep realistic expectations. Thanks for watching Supercar. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more real ownership reviews.